If you want to detect, we suggest you select Garrett's 80 Pro. It's the best way to go. Garrett's metal detectors will always protect us, 'cause we find things that are old, silver hammered and gold. Good hunting, soldier.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. 7:30 in the morning and going on a long ride with this fella. We're off to the Czech Republic. We should be there around about 10:30, 11 o'clock time. And we're going to do the business today, guys and gals. So see you later. Okay, everybody, we're here. It's 11:05. So it took us over 3 hours to get to the Czech Republic. Yep. And we're going to do the business now on this field. So keep your fingers crossed. There should be twice as much stuff comes up today, because you know what David's like with them silver hammers, he can find them. So let's go. So I've just got a 7880 signal and I found a door handle. Pretty old door handle, made of brass that is. What the hell that's doing in the middle of a field I do not know. But there you go. So maybe some rubbish has been dumped here at some time. And maybe this is the handle to the door that will open up for the treasure. I don't know. Let's see. That rang up about 55. Pretty old buckle that is, well over 200, 300 years old maybe. Very nice. That's a nice little find that is. Quite like it. And low 40s signal. Very old button. Could be medieval that. The proverbial button. It's been quite a while since I made a find, and it's looking a bit like a military button. I'm not sure. That could be a Napoleonic button, because that pattern around the edge tells me it might be a Napoleonic button. So if it is, I'm quite happy with that find. Very unusual, nice. Nearly at the end of the run, I'll be turning around. I don't think David's found anything yet, but we'll see. Middle 50s signal. You might remember the other day I found part of a buckle. Maybe this is the other half, I'm not sure. I don't think I saved that other part, so I probably won't save this either. There's normally only one reason when this guy comes over to you, but he's nodding his head, so maybe he's not getting nothing, because I'm not getting much either. Nothing much. We can go try that other field if you want, but I'm not finding nothing much. It was a silver hammer, same signal, silver hammer. That's the first coin I've had today, and best signal I've had today. David's got nothing either. Second coin of the day. Don't know what it is. We'll find out when it gets cleaned up. It rang up about 68, something like that. So coin number 2. 60 signal. And I just said to David, it never turns out good when it's a 60 signal. But that looks like the handle off something, and I thought it was pottery at first, but it's not. It's definitely metal, and it's a lovely green. So I'm thinking that that might be quite old. Whatever it's off, I don't know. But I would imagine if it was intact, it would be quite interesting and old. David just found this, look, surface find. Look at that. Is it a drawer handle? It could be a drawer handle.
Could be.
But it's nice, it's really decorative.
Very
got a
nice.
lovely pattern on that side. Well done. Just from up in the high 60s. Took me a while to find it, but look, it's a 2-ringer. And if you recall, on one of the last videos, I found a 3-ringer. So that's 1800s. Nice little find. We've just come off that other field. David's over there, look. He started this side. I got a 42 signal and I thought again it was a silver hammer, but no, it's a button. But that's a very encouraging start because I've only done about 3 meters or 3 yards. Very good. Let's see what else. And another 40 signal, and I'm not sure if that is a silver hammered or not. If it's not, it's a copper hammered, I guess. So again, and it's literally half a minute or so from that last button find. So that possibly could be a coin. I'm going to keep that anyway, and we'll get that cleaned up and we will discover what it is. A nice little medieval button there. Quite nice, I like that. It's got a lovely shape to it, lovely pattern on it. But the elusive hammered has not yet appeared, unless that one earlier on is a hammered. We shall have to see when we get back. Another button, and this one rang up at 81. Can't believe that, can you? But it did. I was sure it was a coin, but it's not. Another button. So here you go, guys and girls. This is what we've got. And there's a couple of extra bits here. These 3 pieces, but I'll come on to them later. They're from a different hunt. So when I was with David, got this very nice old buckle, at least 2,500 years old. Another buckle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons, and some of them are pretty old. I think that one's very old, that one there. And this might be a Napoleonic button, that one. I'll know better when they're cleaned up. And then I got this. I thought it was pottery, but it's not. It's metal. Got lovely patines to it. And then this 2-ringer, which should be mid-1800s, I guess. Don't know what that is. Piece of crap. And these 2 coins, which I think this one might be a hammered, but not necessarily a silver hammered. I'm going to clean this up now to see if I can reveal anything from it, and maybe the 1 or 2 of the buttons. Now coming on to these pieces, when I found this 2-ringer, I did mention I found a 3-ringer. Well, this is it, look. It's got 3 rings on it, that one, a lead bullet. But I found that just up the road from where we found this one, and on a separate hunt. And I don't think I filmed them. If I have, I apologise. But I found several other bits that are not interesting, but I'm just showing you the maybe interesting bits. Found this thing with, I'm sure they're not diamonds. It's 1 or 2 of the stones come out, and I think they're in there somewhere in that jar. And this, whatever this is, I don't know, I haven't got a clue, but I think it's modern. So that's it. I'm going to clean this up and I'll come back to you again. This one in particular, I want to know if that's a hammered. It has got a hole in there, so maybe it was hung around somebody's neck. So maybe it's a pendant rather than a hammered coin, but it is round. So we'll check that out. So that piece is in there, and there it is, look. There it is. And many of you have asked me how I clean my coins up. Well, I use this mainly, and it's, you can see it says Sani Calc on there. So that means sanitary, what do they call calc in English? You know, like calcium that gets on a tap or on your shower head. It removes that. So, but you can't buy it commercially, this. I get it off a friend who brings it from his firm, and I can't buy anything in the supermarkets that does the same job as this. This is really good stuff. You leave that in an hour and be nice and clean. So that's how I clean my stuff anyway. There they are, all cleaned up. The most important pieces anyway. And yeah, that turned out to be a copper hammered, but can't make anything out, but that's a copper hammered coin. So at least I got a hammered. The buckle cleaned up, the coin cleaned up, 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. This one's turned out rather nice, look. But it's not Napoleonic, I believe. But it's a very nice button. Now it's been cleaned up. Can't be that old. There's some sort of a motif or something on the back. maybe it's 200 years old, I don't know, maybe a bit less. This one's really dilapidated, can't do anything with that one. That's turned out nice. That's a very old button, that one. 300-400 years old, maybe more. And this thing here, let me just wipe it. I believe that that's quite old button too. And then the copper hammered. So that's it, folks. We'll be out again, I guess, this week. May give David another call, get out with him. We've had some rain, or so I hear. So signal should be better. So talk to you soon, folks. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. All the best.